video clip shows Russian troops advancing across a cratered field who group together and are struck by an explosion. The survivors try to flee, carrying their injured, but are hit with 2 more strikes. Afterwards, there are only unmoving bodies on the ground. The weapon used was dubbed the Death Ray because of the narrow line of smoke it leaves. It bears some resemblance to the strikes from smart anti-tank artillery rounds, which explode well above the target and fire a slug of metal downward at it, leaving a smoke trail as seen here in a Ukrainian strike on Russian vehicles. However, on closer inspection, the smoke trail is leading away from the location of the strike. This suggests that it's produced by a shaped charge, and this is similar to the darting smoke trails left by Russian Lancet loitering munitions, seen here. This type of warhead, also known as high explosive anti-tank or HEAT, is shaped into a hollow cone lined with metal. When it detonates, the explosive blasts the metal into a narrow high-speed jet, which slices easily through solid steel. The missile delivering the warhead looks like a Ukrainian-made Stugna P missile, which can penetrate over 800 millimeters or 31 inches of armor. Heat warheads are designed to channel as much of the force of the blast into that armor-piercing jet as possible, and it does not throw out a lot of shrapnel like a grenade. So the Stugna P's 8-kilo or 17-pound warhead is less effective against foot soldiers than a round from a U.S. Army 81mm mortar, which weighs about half as much but has a lethal radius of 35 meters and might have taken out the entire group in one go. Videos of Stugna Ps used in the anti-personnel role have been appearing since December. While in theory, there's an anti-personnel version of the missile, these appear to be in short supply and operators are using whatever they have on hand. And while Javelin missiles, which each cost as much as a Ferrari, may be too precious to spend on troops on foot, the Stugna P, at $10,000 a shot, provides sniper-like accuracy at ranges of 3 miles or more. The video is also revealing in other ways. The Russian troops are advancing on foot, with no sign of any personnel carriers, supporting tanks, or other arms. This confirms previous reports that Russia is relying increasingly on unsupported infantry assaults for its attacks around Bakhmut and elsewhere. Naturally, as in this case, these are leading to extremely heavy casualties on the soldiers being pushed forward, many of whom belong to Wagner mercenary units rather than the regular Russian army. These mercenaries, largely recruited from Russia's prison population, seem to be viewed as expendable. As far as their commanders are concerned, if they're keeping the Ukrainians occupied and soaking up ammunition, that seems to be enough. Secondly, the Russians are watched throughout by a small drone, or possibly more than one, which follows them every step of the way. The Ukrainian defenders know exactly where the enemy is throughout, and can engage them with artillery, mortars, drone bombs, or indirect grenade machine gun fire, whereas the Russians never seem to have any idea where the incoming fire is coming from. The value of tactical drone observation has been one of the strongest lessons of the conflict. Thirdly, it is striking that videos of combat deaths, relatively rare a few years ago, are increasingly common and popular on social media. Whether taken from the Stugna P's own camera or by drone, these intimate and up-close images of carnage are now a feature of the media landscape. Independent analysts, Oryx, have undertaken the task of individually recording every vehicle destroyed in this conflict. In the future, AI-enabled systems processing the rapidly increasing volumes of drone data may start to log every human casualty too, and future historians will have a direct record of what this war was like. On its own, the video records a small battlefield success. But the efficient coordination of drone with guided missile, the accurate shooting, and the Russians' lack of tactical sense or organization may also tell us more about the state of the two sides. The Stugna P is a relatively low-cost system, which, unlike Javelin anti-tank missiles, can be deployed by Ukrainian forces against groups of infantry, Hambling said. There is specific anti-personnel ammunition for the Stugna, with more blast effect, but this may not be available, and operators use what they have on hand, he argued.